But there are a lot of CP squared has 51 minus degrees of freedom, making I got hungry and I ate it. We're Americans and we only like competition, okay? I'm eating and I'm reading a book. And this waitress comes up.
$66,000 cluster and average. Trade.
Mr. J.F. Sebastian, 16417.
What can I do for you, Sebastian? Playing the Bishop 6 check. Nonsense. Just a moment. Queen to Bishop 6. Ridiculous. Queen. Bishop 6. Right. Trying to lose this, huh? Do you think it will? Bishop King 7, checkmate, I think. Got a brain for you, Sebastian? Uncle Cookie's taking the woods, huh? Let's discuss this. You better come on, Sebastian. Surprised you didn't come here sooner. It's not an easy thing to meet you. What could he do for you? And then make every day of him. Would you like to be ratified? Stay. Had in mind something a little more radical. What seems to be its problem? Death. Well, I'm afraid that's a little out of my jurisdiction. Your time or life. Fuck off. The facts of life. To make an alteration in the development of an organic life system, a coding sequence cannot be revised once it's been established. Why not? Because by the second day of incubation, any cells that have undergone reversion mutations give rise to colonies like rats in the sinking ship. Then the ship sinks. What about EMS-free combination? We've already tried it. Ethyl methane, sulfonate is an alkylating agent. Potent mutagen is created a virus so lethal evil. Subject of death for dead. Then a regressive protein that blocks the operating cells. Wouldn't obstruct application, but it does give rise to an area amplification so that the newly formed DNA strand carries the mutation and you've got a virus again. All of this is academic. You were made as well as we could make you, but not to last. The light that burns twice as bright burns half as long, and you have burned so very, very brightly, Roy. Look at you. You're the prodigal self. You're quite a product. I've done questionable things, also extraordinary things. Never have I done. Blessing the god of the Ryan mechanics with rituals.
I am a time traveler from the year 4020. I stole a time machine from the government. And I have traveled from the beginning of time to the end of time. And that's where I have picked up all of the instruments that I use during my show. I put my hands in animal traps. I hang weights for my piercings. I swallow a large sword. I love meeting all the people, being in front of crowds, and being able to travel. I have been doing this for about 15 years, performing sideshow on stage. How many shows I do a year? Almost one a weekend. So almost every weekend I have a show that I do. It's a little freaky for people, especially when we do events all ages. So doing all ages shows freaks some of the kids out, but most people are very receptive. The thing that would entice people to come see my show is if you've never seen a sword swallower before, you get to see one. And also at the end of my show, I let people staple money directly to my body. So if you want to be interactive and participate, you can do that as well.
Disclaimer: the views and opinions expressed in this program are those of the speakers, commentators, experts, and/or hosts. They do not explicitly or necessarily reflect nor represent the channel's policy or the views held by this channel or broadcaster. The broadcaster or its channel cannot be held accountable for all or any views expressed during this program.
It's just like Killer Cop 4, but she's got Hema instead of fry cook balls. I need you, Action Bastard. Action Bastard, I need you. Action Bastard, I need you. Why am I wasting time dancing?
You want to know why? Because the world is fucking flat, dog. And everything that you see up there, as far as like planets or stars, yeah, guess what, dude? It's fucking fake. It's just lights up there. The government put those lights up there so you dummies could just act like there's something up there.
Wait a second, are you a flat earther?
Call a crackhead. You're stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, geez. Yeah. You're stupid, huh? Sorry, I'm trying to get things set up in the background and stuff. We are doing a new subjects 2 of the days, which we've never done before, which is auditors, First Amendment auditors. And we're going over how their fraud is and how stupid they are and how they do not know the law. And we're going to go over a bunch of the laws, especially in the Americas. And some of these people, they are not in the Americas and they're trying to cite like the Constitution and shit like that, which doesn't make any fucking sense unless you're in the Americas. And even then, it doesn't work. That's what amendments are for. And that's the other reason why we have local, state, and national laws that differ through where you are in the stuffs and things. And we will get there soon to talk about that. So let's bring in our co-host and our guest. If there's anybody who wants to join us, just let us know, and we will send you a link. Here we go.
Some people without brains do an awful lot of talking, don't they?
Yes, I guess you're right.
And there's our brainless. How is it?
Yeah, pretty good. I was pretty tired, but I went sleep, and then now I'm doing good. So I'll probably not fall asleep until like 4 o'clock. And then again, I have to get up at like 6. But yeah, that's stupid old me.
I'm sorry that we're so many hours apart, and then it's weird for your time. But anyways, thank you for being here. Let's bring in our next guest. If there's anybody who wants to join us, please fucking join us, because we have a lot of insanity to go over and a lot of dumbassery to go over as well. So here we blow.
Hello, people.
Hey, Doggo.
How's the use?
I'm all right. I'm tramadol free tonight.
Ooh, good.
Oh,
I may not,
Jeebus.
I might not be for long though.
We got quite a mighty bunch here, I guess. Like we got Dog the Almighty, and in the side chat we even also have a Lucifer Almighty. Like that's pretty mighty. That's gonna be a mighty good show, I guess.
Yes, so let's say hello to the side of my chest right quick, and then let's get into the idiocracy, because I have so much for us to go over, and I have a lot of legality and things that I know about personally, and that's why we're going over this, is because I used to actually work for the press, and I used to sell 6-minute news packets to Fox, NBC, and CBS. I was also the stage manager for Time Warner Cable's Public Access, and so I have a lot of experience with these idiots not understanding how the law works, and we'll get into that in a minute. But let's say hello to the side of my chest, and we have a commander.
Hi, Commander.
Commander.
Canadian Ollieman.
Ollieman.
We have a Lucifer.
Hello.
A Drusilla.
Drusilla.
Ooh, Jeebus Christ. A Demon Orb.
Hey, Demon.
I'm burpy today for no reason. A Doorknob Head.
Hey, Doorknob Head.
Knobhead. And I believe we also saw a West Side.
Yes, we'll get to there. We need to go through this first, and we have a skip of the Crashers, and they're our channel sponsor, and the sponsor of a handful of others. So here is their commercial. Ouch. Jeebus Christ. Anyways, poor pussy. And then we have a J. Troy.
Oh, I did say Troy.
Doorknob says, I can call crackheads by their first name. I'm sure you could. I used to be able to. I can't do that anymore because I've been out of the scene for so long and have been sober for so long. But anyways, everybody say hello.
Landon was one, right?
Totally. Anyways, let's say hello to West Side Girl.
West Side.
Oh, Doorknob, make sure you click the like button before you go. I know you'll sneak in, say a few dodgy words and piss off without clicking anything.
Yeah, so everybody please click the like button.
Go.
Subscribe, share, become a member. That helps us like a mug as well. So yeah, please join.
Or if
hit the bell
you're already a member and you want to support more, you can gift memberships as well.
And or do a super chats, and that's another thing.
Super chats, that works as well.
So it looks like we're having a poll. If you've not voted in the poll, please go to the poll and fucking vote. It looks like have you heard of First Amendment auditors before? And of course is 77%, and the rest is 8%.
And Slim, like you did forget one answer. You got, of course, but it shouldn't have been sadly yes.
Yeah, I wasn't sure what I was going to do for the rest of them, but yes, I probably should have done instead of kind of. I should have been like sadly yes. But here we blow.
Yeah, let's go, bitches.
And I usually say this on stage: the co-host with the most to boast is what we normally would say on the stage. But yes, Brainless is the co-host with the most. So let's crack on and get into.
The co-host with the link.
Hey, this time I didn't bring it up.
Yeah, don't post it. Just make your double belly.
Okay, so we're gonna be watching a handful of people's content that are sharing this with us. So we're going to recognize all of the channels we're using today. So Takedown Exposing Frauditors is the first video that we're using their stuff. I don't know if they're gonna commentate or not, but we're gonna try to not let them commentate. There are going to be a couple of people we're going to let them because they have more knowledge than to give input about the law and stuff. But this one I'm not sure about. But let's go crack on with this.
Can I ask one question quickly? What is a frauditor? Is that a auditor of fraud?
So it's a First Amendment auditor that is we call them frauditors. And so So really quick, if you don't know what a auditor is, they're a dumbass that takes their cell phone most of the time, and they will go into a semi-private or government building and say they have the right to take video, and they will claim that they are part of the press. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to get through some of this stuff, and when we get to that, then we'll talk about the whole what you have to do to become part of the press, which is legal, and what it means to have the First Amendment, and what a private company, a semi-private company, a company that is being funded by the government, and a public-private company is as well. We're going to go over the whole different aspects of what different companies are and when and where you can go into and fuck with people or record, because that's the line that these
even in government buildings.
And can I also say
property?
Well, of course not. But can I also say that your language is evolving, Slim? Not only are you dropping the T's, you start dropping D's now.
I know. I know.
Yeah, I love it.
I keep watching too much Andrew Tate, and unfortunately, him and his brother keep fucking getting into my fucking.
I'm pretty sure there'll be a language of Slim along with Klingon and all them other fake languages.
Yeah, eventually. Okay, sorry, I have to fucking smoke more weed to get into this. So we're gonna get into this.
Drop all the consonants and just your language will just be vowel driven.
It's gonna be basically back to Neanderthal.
You're gonna try making you Welsh, okay?
Yeah, well, there's way too many. Anyways,
You just got to be able to do. Just have phlegm in your throat and be able to do.
You just the whole time. Anyway, okay. Let's crack on before we get stuck on this for an hour and a half. So this frauditor is interfering with a traffic stop.
Hey, it's chilly.
It's one of the people that follow them. And I want to go over the trifold. I wanted to go to the trifold at some point, but we'll figure that out later. I've got so much more to go through. I think next time we'll go over the trifold.
You are under arrest, and you're gonna lose your fucking job. Stop! Don't tense up. Are you kidding me right now?
I wouldn't mind to give somebody the D. It's been a long time since I've given the D.
It's been a bit long.
Yeah.
Travel. Brazil, I got.
Okay, so what we're gonna do?
Travel? Oh, never mind.
Yeah. If you're in the Americas and you're near Colorado, hit me up. Anyways.
Just will not shut their mouth. Let the guy do his traffic stop.
Okay. So there is commentary, but let's just get into where. Here, I believe it is starting with the actual video.
Say what?
Don't give me unlawful orders.
Okay. Here we go.
I get this on Nelson.
Origami law scholar. I love that. That's amazing.
Go away. For real. Yes, I just have a home.
And we're going to do this. We are going to sub of the titles. And then we're also going to speed this up a little bit. There's so much to go through.
You're trying to give me unlawful directives.
Hey, Jasper.
So when my back bosses get here, what I'll do is...
Hi, Jasper.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter, you idiot. If you make an offense on public roads, you can't. It's not home free. It's not like tag. You can't just get home and be like, now you can't get me, piggies. No, if you murder or rape or steal, there's no home base, you dumb cunt. Literally, like, I don't even understand how these idiots think that, oh, I'm home now. Bye, sorry, piggy. Now you can't get onto my property, even though I'm outside and not inside.
That may be the case with traffic violations, because I know that is over here. Like,
if you commit a crime outside of your house and that cops see, and then you run in your house, they're still going to charge you with rape.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, no,
so
but
that's the
I
thing
mean,
we're talking about is that's what we're talking about is cops seeing a violation outside of your property and then you going to your property and pretending that that's home base. That's not how it works.
If they want to, I believe if they over here, if they want to do a traffic stop on you and you get home for some reason that they can't do the traffic stop anymore, but then again, then you've been running from the cops. But
over here, that's not how it works. They're still going to, just like we're going to see right now, they will do the exact same thing. And if you're running from the cops,
I saw a video, and I'll post that in the Discord. That was an American going over a video of a Dutch police officer that flogged his day, and like he pointed out some differences.
Yeah, and we're going over people from other countries as well. So let's crack on with this one. And then I fucking hate that bullshit. I haven't being arrested.
Police cars around Norfolk where I live are like fucking Sasquatches. You never fucking see them. You see them. They're basically, the police in the UK now are basically glorified tax collectors, revenue collectors. They sit there with their guns to catch speeders. They're pulling people over who's not wearing seat belts or on their mobile phone. That's all they do. They'll come out when a crime is committed, but you don't see them for months here.
Instead of them getting all the chavs that are stabbing people with their fucking knives, they're just gonna sit on the road and just like give you a ticket.
Catch speeders, yeah.
Hey Sydney.
Hey Sydney.
Welcome. Anyways, let's crack on with this because I have so much other legality to go over and the silliness of these weirdos. And so once again, what we're focusing on is the gentleman behind the camera, not the police officer and not the person in their driveway. Okay, we're looking at the person who is auditing this traffic stop, who is the person with the camera, and that's where it gets weird.
Who thinks that they're auditing this?
Yeah, and anyways, we'll get more into the logistics of it or what's really going on in just a second.
Search should be okay. I'll turn my lights on for that moment.
Shouldn't have ordered to
you have nothing to talk to him about.
I'm not heard.
She has.
So now her friend is telling
orders to be seen and not heard. That's what auditors do, isn't it? Be quiet.
Sure. When you work for a news organization and or you are a part of the press, you do not say anything. You do not get involved. You are not part of the story. You're supposed to be there to just document everything that happens.
Exactly.
So you never would actually talk unless you're giving an interview or you're talking with somebody that's PR for whatever organization, company, or whatever that you're doing a documentary about or a news article about.
So also,
as a journalist,
if the police tell you to move out of the way, you move out of the way.
Yeah, no, you literally, and then I'm going to go over this right quick before we get into more. But when you're like at a fair, festival, or convention, there's the press section that you stand in, and that's where it's okay for you to video and take photography of certain things. Like if you go to like the red carpet events, you literally can't run up on the red carpet and start taking photos up the nose of Taylor Swift or something, right? They literally are like, you have the freedom of press, but you only can be here in this section with your press pass, working for this organization, blah, blah, blah. That's the thing that these idiots don't understand, what is freedom of press. And yes, to some extent, should we be able to just like go and take photos of Taylor Swift's nose? Maybe, but that's not how the law works. So we have the commandments, we have the Constitution, but then under that is how we're supposed to properly conduct ourselves, being part of the press in society. So it isn't a bunch of chaos of fucking douche nozzles that have no job with their phone and they can't run up to Taylor Swift and go, I'm part of press, I'm part of press. You know what's going to happen if you even try to do that? Dude, fucking their security is going to knock you the fuck out. Besides you being put in your place where you're supposed to be. And that's what I was trying to get at is
there's also
even
that
being
element. There's also that element of the press, the gutter press, where they stoop low to try and get a upscared shot of celebrities when they get out of the car.
I'm talking TMZ is a thing, and they do.
Sorry, but that's not press. That's paparazzi. Sorry, but I do think that's something completely different. They just go for the most embarrassing shot they can get of a person.
Sure, but they're way more news than motherfuckers like this. That's what's going on. So once again, there's layers of this. Just like stringers. If you don't know what a stringer is, they are a person who listens in to the police radio, and when an accident happens, a pullover, a DUI, a crash, a shooting or something, they literally drive there and work for an independent news organization, or they work for themselves. And what they do is they make a news story, and that's kind of what I did. But we weren't stringers.
Yeah, but they look for a story. They don't look to find the most embarrassing picture of a celebrity.
And the other thing is they don't go out and they are not trying to make themselves a part of the news story. They pull themselves back far enough.
Element of the media.
Yeah, exactly. They keep themselves far enough away with their telescopic lenses and video recording devices and stuff, and they take the images, the stuff, they listen to the police radio, write down what's happening. They may interview one or two cops if they can later, one at the end of the thingy-mabobber.
Yeah.
Most of the time, they literally just sell 6-minute news packets to different news organizations, and that's one of the things that we did. But I wasn't an ambulance chaser. We literally found out things that were happening around San Diego and Southern California, and we would go there like when a rally was happening, when a protest or other things, and we would go there and we would document those things, go back, and then
surely if you went to a shooting, you would have understood in your head that them police, because it's a shooting, they've got itchy trigger fingers. And you're sneaking up with your camera and whatnot just to.
Well, and the other thing about that is, if you don't know, but listeners to the Loop Radio, you kind of know, you don't know if there's still an active shooter. So do you really want to be 10 feet away from an active shooter? Fuck no, you idiot. I can stand fucking 50 feet away and telescopically make my camera go in to watch everything up close, and I can be fucking behind fucking a barrier or something. That's the other thing. Once again, we're talking about
it must have been in the back of your mind, though, surely.
Yeah. But they probably don't have as much of a trigger finger. They're not as trigger happy as the Acorn cop. We all know which cop I mean.
Yeah, and you're hoping that you don't get shot when you're doing some of these things if you're ever in an active shooting scene. I have never been doing media in an active shooting scene, but I have been through drive-bys. I've been shot at. I've been nicked by a bullet, and then I've been stabbed multiple times. But that was not working for the news that all those things happened. That's a difference. And once again, you're not supposed to be part of the story. You're supposed to document the story.
Wrong place, wrong time, or just stuff that happened in the dungeon?
It was selling drugs. It was all drug selling that happened.
Slim has been a dumbass.
I have been pierced, hardcore pierced in my dungeon, blood and other things. So I would say yes, I've been stabbed with things in my dungeon. But we'll talk about that later. And if you listen to this later, Mango, add that to the fucking story as well. Let's crack on with this idiocracy, and then we'll get into the next thing I want to do is like funny stuff, and we'll walk through the process of how these idiots don't understand the law when we get there. This one is just kind of silly, and it doesn't really like. There's nothing for us to go over other than what we already went over.
Through it, yeah.
Epilepsy. You need to turn those lights off.
She has a medical condition, epilepsy.
You're going to.
It doesn't matter. They can't turn the lights off, you dumb cunts, and it's not illegal to turn their lights on, and that's the other thing they're gonna fucking say.
Also, if they have epilepsy, they can look the other way.
It's an indicator to others that we're here, we're doing an investigation.
And
you're keeping the public away from the area because there is a zone that they don't want people to getting into because cops can't have 50
also,
people behind them.
And I'm also pretty sure that these lights don't flash fast enough.
No, and they're lit early. They're lit early.
There's going to be some people that are sensitive enough that it will trigger epilepsy.
No,
but
they literally make those lights flash in a certain way so that it should not trigger those types of medical responses. Because why the hell would they want, especially like on an ambulance? Do you really want to drive up with an ambulance to cause somebody that's already going through like trauma to now go through an epileptic seizure? Fuck no. So they literally go through and do these experiments of the light patterns going in a way that they do so that it does not trigger a response like that. It does trigger
also like
response.
if that would be the case, if that would trigger that, like how fucking dangerous is driving with that on the road?
Yeah, if everybody and their mom had an epileptic seizure, even though I know obviously that's nothing, but if everybody had
somebody driving that would have that problem, like it
would not be a good
basically kill
not be good. So once again, they literally go through the process of trying to make the patterns that those lights go in to not cause those effects.
Well, this is it. All the lights are made in a way that any driver can see them in their mirrors, and if they deny they didn't see the police officer, that's why they didn't pull over. They're lying as long as even the sirens. I remember sirens back in the day. You didn't know which way it was coming from.
Sure, yeah.
The sirens now use the Doppler effect science. You can
we have
where
they are and what distance they are.
Oh,
They're
yeah.
very
now we have
you don't hear those fuckers. Like in my car, I've never heard them. Never.
Well, in the Americas, we have rumblers and we have a handful of other things that you definitely know.
I've always seen an ambulance or a police car first before I heard them. Always.
Not in the Americas. Not in the Americas.
Except when I'm standing outside. But I believe they have like a limit because otherwise it's bad for your ears. But like, yeah. Not seeing
if you don't,
if sirens are for public safety, they're not for the assailant or who they're chasing. It's basically there for public safety for everyone else.
If you've never heard a rumble siren, look that motherfucking shit up and fucking listen to it. It's fucking insane, and it actually like sounds like a bass fucking somebody who has their bass up way too much, and it actually will hit the back of your car, and you'll fucking know that shit.
Yeah, it goes
like
right
rumblers.
Yeah, a lot of our fire engines have them. Or fire trucks, and you can feel it right through your body, like.
And I think our ambulances and stuff.
Yeah, I'm sure.
So, anyways, let's crack on with this for just a second more, and then we'll get into the other idiocracy.
Put her into a seizure. You're going to put her into a seizure.
She has a seizure and dies.
My son and distract me. I can do this.
So we're recording you.
Okay.
I'm telling you, as her aunt, she has a medical condition.
Okay, well, she can tell you that. Why do you have to tell him that? Like, literally, she can tell you.
Well, why are they making it worse for
I'm trying to get it done, but you guys are distracting me from doing it.
Turn your lights off.
It's because they're just being fraud. They're just otters being fucking stupid.
They have to have their lights on, you cunt.
What's your name and badge number?
Get it later.
Oh, so you don't identify? You're one of those tyrants, huh?
He took his
You
lights
don't know
off.
what a tyrant is, you fucking idiot. And he turned his lights off. A tyrant is somebody who's just gonna like pull you out of the car, throw you in handcuffs, and throw you in the back of their car without asking any questions or without trying to do anything. That's what a tyrant is, not
That's
what is happening here.
That's a cop who does not want any aggro from or grief from these people. He's just doing it. He's just saying, "All right, I'll turn my lights off."
And he's trying to do what he should be doing. Exactly.
Jesus.
And also, there is a difference between telling a cop, like, "Oh, can you turn the lights off?" because it might give them a seizure, or screaming at them.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
I think I've given my radio situation at work at one point. I pointed that out. A guy that walked up to me like, "Oh, the radio's got to be turned off."
But you imagine the headlines: "Tiring cop turns off his lights to fucking help a sovereign citizen." What the fuck? That wouldn't happen.
Yeah. All right, so let's go to funny videos of frauditors being arrested.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
Big West Frauditor Watch is who are using their content with Reddit.
Excuse me, sir. What's your name? No, turn around. No, I'm not. Thank you. Good. Yeah, I'm just gonna put that in your pocket. Yep. You were told not to go film in the offices. You film me. Okay. Make sure you don't have anything. There you go.
No shit, man.
So once again, just like what the January 6th rioters pretend they don't understand, or the people that are defending them don't understand, is there is private areas even inside of a public building. You cannot walk into a courthouse and go into the judge's chambers and turn on your camera and just start recording anything that's going on back there.
Yeah, and they should be happy about that, because that's often areas where they deal with sensitive personal information.
Yes, but these frauditors don't understand that, and they pretend whatever I can see in public.
I think a lot of them also underestimate how sensitive postal services are. Like, they deal with every fucking thing that goes over mail, with personal information, things. A post office could technically trace whatever the fuck you're buying. Like,
well, a courthouse is even fucking worse, because it shows like all the information. You have to have a lot of information in there to do that, and also a handful of other places like drug rehab, or for places for people to get public assistance for housing and food stamps and stuff. So these idiots go into these places and try to record
you often see them go into
private information.
But you often see them go into a post office and like be cunts. And I'm like, don't you understand how fucking sensitive most of the information there is?
Exactly. And yes, I've been filmed in a bathroom, but that's only because I was doing porn, and that's completely different. We'll talk about that later. But no, you shouldn't exactly like a place like a bathroom, a gym, and a handful of other places. There should be no filming. Obviously, like, just because you have your First Amendment to blah 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 doesn't mean that it's everywhere. You can't go into every place at every single time. If a business is closed, you can't break in and just take your phone and just start recording and going, it's a public place during the day. No, it closes at a certain point.
No, it may be
There's certain
open
times
to the public, but that does not necessarily make it a public place.
Yeah,
and or exactly
the
private
changing areas are obviously, that's private. There should be never cameras in there. Ever.
Yeah, but these idiots don't understand that. They think that everywhere they can go with a camera that is public, and they can film, especially these idiots that are filming schools and young children. And we're not going to go over that today, because like that is a whole nother can of worms that these idiots try to use as their First Amendment right to record children But I'm not going to go there today, like I said. So let's crack on with this idiot.
Okay, there you go. Film the police. The Supreme Court has given me. No, I'm not. Turn around, put your hands on your back. You're under arrest. For what?
The Supreme Court is not the overall thing, and because there's multiple Supreme Courts. Each state has their own Supreme Court, and then there's the Supreme Court. Once again, just because you misread a law, thinking that you're understanding what is actually happening, doesn't mean that's actually what's happening. You dumb cunt. And counties, states, and jurisdictions change as well. There's multiple things that can cause laws to be more like centralized and or more going on like along with what area they're in or what's happening there. Like if there's more breweries, if there's more restaurants, if there's more rural areas or something else like that, the laws are going to change because it matters on like we're talking about like tractors on farmlands and when they can go on public fucking roads. Or we're talking about like next to a bar, how many bars can be there and how many liquor licenses, how many drinks you can have, all these other things. There's all these things that the Constitution and the amendments do not cover all of the things. That's why we have all of these other policies, laws, and other things, you twats.
What? I'm on a sidewalk, sir. You're under arrest for hindering. I'm on a sidewalk, sir. I'm walking on a.
Yeah, but you need to be like 20 feet away or 50 feet away, or if you're walking up behind a cop while he's trying to do something, they fucking don't like that. You dumb cunt. Like literally, do not ever walk up on a police officer in the middle of a traffic.
And there's also, you can't go stand on the side of the road and film that interaction. They probably don't like it, but
no,
not much they can do. But as soon as you start screaming at the cop, like, oh, it's unlawful what you're doing, blah, blah, blah. Yes, then they're going to fucking get annoyed and do whatever they can.
In my experience, if a police officer gives you an order, you just fucking do it. No questions asked you. If they say just move back, go away, you move back, go away.
Yep.
And they can't stop you film.
So like this film, once again, this is cut up to just show funny compilation of them getting arrested. He literally said 3 times, I need you to back up. I don't care if you film. I just need you to back up 20 more feet. Just not be behind me while I'm trying to do this traffic stop so close to me. Like literally was it. So they said you can fucking record.
And also the thing, like, we're talking America here. Every cunt can be carrying a gun. So of course a cop, if somebody's gonna be there and be annoying, be like,
nah,
he might be carrying.
No, he's carrying a phone. These pricks carry phones. They don't carry guns.
Most likely what it is like you never know if they're actually what has happened a lot of times is auditors have actually shot cops. There's a fuck ton of times that auditors have shot cops, so that is a thing.
But that I think that's also because like auditors are closely related to soft SIDs.
Yeah, and they're fucking dumbass hicks that live in the backwoods that don't understand the concept of what real life is because they're fucking idiots because they've never been around people. Anyways, let's crack on.
What sort of world is this we live in now that everyone, a kid falls in a river and everyone, they don't help. They just pull out their fucking phones and film it.
Oh, yeah.
So what's that
nonsense
all about?
That's another thing as well. But you know what? Back in the day, motherfuckers would just stand on the sidelines and not do anything because they're fucking pussies. So the phone thing doesn't like completely change things. But now just everyone has their phones records it.
If I see a kid, even though my legs don't wear, if I see a child fall into a river, I'm diving in.
Yeah, no, I help humans before.
Or at least call emergency services.
And I start helping the humans as soon as I can, and I never think about. But then, of course, I'm like yelling at somebody, "Hey, this person's fucking blood is squirting out of their fucking whatever." Fucking call the fucking ambulance, like. But anyways, let's crack on with this.
Sidewalk right now, bud.
Put your hands behind your back.
Right
Okay.
now.
Badge number.
404. Go. You'll have
Name?
more. Go.
No.
I will remove you if you do not leave the property
That's
now.
fine.
She's touching you.
Get out of
Ma'am,
here.
please don't
now.
touch me.
Get out of here.
Don't touch me, ma'am.
That's your
I need
last
that's fine. I need his badge.
That's not how that works. You are walking upon her. She literally is like saying, "I need you to back up," and she's putting her anyways, it doesn't matter.
Number name.
Let's go. Go jail.
Wait. I'm leaving. I am
You
leaving.
are not leaving.
Yeah. You were leaving so fast.
Okay.
All right. Okay. I love it when cops take no shit from
Why'd you
you.
need my ID?
Yeah. Okay.
I'm not giving it to you. I'm gonna have to watch it. Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Let's get this.
Why do people think that cops can't touch them? It's such a weird thing that people believe, and that's like not a thing per se. Like sometimes do they touch them in ways that maybe 100% they can. But when I was working security and I had my own security company, I literally, as long as I didn't put my hands on you, I could put my arms like this, and I literally could push you out of the vent wherever we were trying to get you out of. And as long as I did not put my hands on you, that was legal.
Get your glove out my prison pocket.
Executively, sure, the prison pocket, yeah. But once again, I don't see why a cop couldn't be able to do this, especially if to arrest them. And I think that he's not a cop. I think he's a. Yeah, executively, yeah.
I'm not doing. Just comply with him. Just listen to him, bro. Just listen to him. Why are you touching me? Identify.
Because he asked you to leave the area because you are inside of a place that the cops, the police are conducting an
investigation.
And then that's why they need you there, because you're making them feel unsafe because you're fucking being erratic.
You want to lose your job? You want to lose your job? Guys.
And he's not losing his job because of this. Yeah, kick his ass. Yeah.
So you're in the street. Yes, because I'm going to
Please, do you have being in the street also
because
have
there's sidewalk
Sparky
present on either
footage?
I'm hoping that Sparky comes out soon.
So now I'm going to ask for your ID.
I'm not giving it.
Okay, then I guess we're going to go with the obstruction round.
That is the funniest thing I have ever heard. No, I don't.
Yes, you do.
What?
So once, well, I'm going to say it this way. So they don't know if you're a murderer, rapist, a serial killer, a thief. They don't know if you have warrants and you're running up on the police in their area. They definitely need to identify you, because if you're like a serial killer, they need to know that bullshit you don't cut. So like, just like in a traffic stop, most of the time they are able to ask everybody inside the car if something happened, if there was a traffic incident. Not every single time and not every state. But once again, they would like to know, and do I agree with this 100%? I'm not sure, especially on a traffic stop. In this case, yes, I believe that it should happen. But once again, they don't know if you are somebody who is wanted by the FBI for murdering hundreds of people.
Yeah,
right.
And
so
also, like the thing about the traffic stops, as soon as there's a traffic stop and there might be a violation, the person sitting next to you is a witness to what you've done.
Yeah, sure, but not every single time do they need to be identified 100%. It matters on
but
exactly why they got stopped.
If a cop feels the need to identify the person in, like, they should be that should just fucking happen.
Yeah, there are certain cases where it may not apply in the Americas, but most of the time you should just identify, unless, I mean, if you have warrants, you're already going to go to fucking jail, you dumb cunt. But anyways, let's crack on. And they're on police property right now, and he's saying this bullshit.
What?
Yeah.
Because you're walking in the street. It's a violation of law. I was not walking in the street. If I was walking in the street right now. No, I'm not. What is this? It's part of the street. What is this? What are these lines for? That's a sidewalk over there. Let me talk to the captain. Let me talk to the captain. Let me talk to the captain. Nope. Do what you gotta do. Identify yourself. I'm not identifying.
All right, you're under arrest for obstruction. You're under arrest.
Nice.
Stop resisting. Stop resisting. Stop.
And then once again, in a case where you have done a violation, you need to give them their information. If you're walking down the street and a cop just like pops out of nowhere and goes, give me your ID, then that's fucking illegal. But in these cases, obviously, there's a reason why they're trying to ID you because you guys are pushing the boundaries.
I bet they also get fined for resisting as well.
No, he'll definitely get resisting.
No,
But no, over
over
here,
if a cop asks you to identify yourself, then you gotta identify yourself.
yeah, but the problem
anyway, what have you got to hide?
Well, the problem that we have over here is the border states near Mexico. The cops will just Terry stop people, and they'll just literally just see like a couple Mexicans walking down the street, and they'll just stop them and be like, "ID, I'm gonna search you," and blah blah blah, and they didn't do anything wrong. So that's why we have the Terry stop.
But there's a difference between asking for ID and searching.
That's why I'm talking about.
They might be looking for somebody that looks like you.
Well, that's the fucking thing that's fucked up with black people in the Americas.
Yeah,
Cops just roll it.
If you've got nothing to hide, why say I'm not giving you my name? I don't have to.
Because what if I'm what if I do a heroin and it's illegal and I'm not fucking with anybody, and now you find heroin on me, and because you do a random stop or you think that I look like somebody, now I go to jail for being
Slim,
a junkie.
That's not what I said. I said if you've done nothing wrong, you're not guilty of anything. Why not just give him your name?
Because
it's America.
Well, no. Because what if you do drugs? What if you do have something technically illegal on you?
That's not what I asked. That's not what I asked. If you've done nothing wrong, you have nothing on you, you've done nothing wrong, why not just give him your name and be done with it?
Sure. In those cases, for sure. Yeah, no, totally. And that's why
American cops are trained to just find things that are wrong. Like
I get what you're saying, dog. If you don't have anything, then go ahead and go for it. But if it's illegal,
I'm walking down the road. My name's Dog, the Almighty.
But there are times where if I was stopped illegally, I wouldn't give up my name because I want to stand up for my rights. There's a little bit of a difference. There's a little bit of a difference, but in these cases, there's a reason why all of these people need to be ID'd and are stopped, and there is a legal purpose. So let's crack on with that.
Resisting. What am I doing? You're resisting. Doing anything.
But you did do something because you did something where you did not.
You didn't listen.
Stop resisting.
And then, of course, these idiots resist, or like, I've got a bad shoulder or something.
I need double cup, please.
Yeah, I got a bad shoulder.
I need double cup, please.
They act like such a fucking badass fucking alpha male until they start getting arrested, and then they turn into a fucking bitch.
Is that a furry thing?
Yeah, totally. Okay. Now they act like a little.
You guys came to me. Hand him down. You guys came.
No, they didn't. You went to them.
Babe, get the phone. Get order. Come here. That kid was a runaway. A 14-year-old runaway. It don't matter, sir. Back the fuck up. Back the fuck up, sir. Oh, you're gonna come to my traffic stop?
So once again, there's an underage kid that they're stopping and that they're dealing with, and this idiot runs up and tries to take video of an underage kid to use for his fake news story.
You yell at me? Yes, I am. You're the one that's fucking approaching me. I'm telling you. Back the fuck up. I have done nothing illegal here. You are law enforcement, not felon enforcement, sir. Where's your identification? What crime have I committed? You have interfered with investigation. No, I have not. I've got law books. Where's your driver's license? I'm not giving you my fucking license. If you don't like it, call your superior right now. Where's your driver's license?
Just because you have law books that you barely thumb through doesn't mean you actually know the law unless you go through the whole process of becoming part of the bar.
And there is so much nuance.
Yeah, but once again, he ran up on an investigation happening at a stop with a 14-year-old, and he tried to take video. And this cop is like, bro, you fucking can't take video of people under 18. even if you pretend it's for a news story. Because how do we know that you're gonna like black out their face or not use their name or violate their rights in some way, shape, or form?
I get that underage video.
Hey. Okay, you.
Hey, we're the monkeys, and we're no. I'm sorry.
You can't. You're gonna physically assault us because we want to see the clerk of courts.
Do you realize that like there's all of these like people there that are security or like cops, and then like you have to go through a thing and you have to like sign your name and show an ID. It's literally went into the beginning of this pretending that you were gonna get through. You fucking guys are fucking dumb cunts.
Who does he look like?
Are you really doing this? Because we.
I don't know. Go ahead. Who does he look like?
Video. The Earth is fucking flat, dog. That's him. I'm telling you.
Sure.
Trying to see the clerk. Oh, what's going on here? Oh my!
How did you not know that you were going into a private, secure area, and you thought you were going to get away with this? Unfortunately, these idiots, half the time they want to get arrested so they can like cause a news story, and then they can go fund me. Yeah, they're martyrs, and they can go fund me and get their fucking everything paid for without doing any kind of fucking real work and getting a job.
You know this? Yeah, I wanted to see the clerk. It wasn't a legal order.
Matter of fact, I asked you to stand outside.
You did not. That wasn't a legal order if you asked. You're about to mess up.
What part wasn't a legal order? What do you do? What he's supposed to demand it, and then all of a sudden it's a legal order? What the
step
fuck
outside,
is
please? So that was not
What's
an order.
Yeah,
but there's another fraud there doing standing right back.
No,
filming.
yeah, no. There's three of them. There's three of them. Anyways, so under duress, do I need to? And that's the bullshit ass, the fucking cunt ass whistle thing they fucking say is, I won't give you my stuff unless I'm under duress of being arrested. Yeah, that's the fucking end thing. If you don't do those things, they're gonna arrest you, dumb cunt. That isn't you fucking giving them a fucking ultimatum. It is what happens if you don't do that, you twat whistle. You might as well just give your fucking ID, your information as soon as they fucking ask for it, because eventually either they're gonna arrest you and they're going to find out who you is by fingerprinting you. Or if you don't, you know what happens to John Does and Jane Does in jail?
They get their prison pockets. Well, you get a male wife.
No, you literally sit in jail until they figure out who you are. If they can't figure out who you are for like 2 months, you literally sit in jail until they figure out who you are. So you might as well fucking give up your ID, you dumb cunt. Otherwise, you want to fucking sit in GP in a jail?
These guys are going to come out of jail, go on the YouTube channel and say, oh, I've got a $2,000 bond I need paying. Please help
No, of course. Like I said, it's all a GoFundMe bullshit.
GoFundMe here, and that's all get cash out.
And to become YouTube famous. That's another thing that they're fucking doing it for. I should have fucking been doing this. I would be gazillionaire right now if I fucking did all these things that these idiots do. Because like I know how to fucking do all these things. Once again, luckily I'm on the side of debunking this and showing how this is wrong.
You turn your life around a bit.
I hope you got that too.
Okay. So you can call us morons, but when he calls you a thug, you put him in handcuffs. I'm not going. Why?
Miller 1582. What are you doing? What are you doing? What's that for? What's that for? What's that for? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Okay, this is. Okay, maybe not. Maybe not.
What are you doing? Bye-bye. Go away. I'm asking your name and badge number. We don't have to give that.
I think this is the guy who always puts his fucking hand in his pocket and walks up on police with his mask, pretending he's going to assault them. And then this is what happens.
Bye-bye. What are you doing?
How stupid are you?
See,
cops. And then
see how he has his hand out?
Yeah, but and also like this is what is causing a big problem for a lot of other people of color. Like, this is like, oh, and then it's like, oh yeah, there's one that got shot. Yeah, but he was being a dumbass, so they're probably all dumbasses.
Well, yeah.
I think this is one of the dudes who got shot because he's doing exactly what he's doing. He's black, wearing a face mask, and then posturing in this way. And he runs up on police and at traffic stops and does this exact bullshit.
Back off. I'm just going.
Yeah, of course they're gonna do that, you dumb cunt. Because he was posturing.
No, you pulled your fist up at me. No, I didn't. You approached me. You were going to attack. No, I wasn't. Okay. Now you're under investigating. Okay. Now we're going to determine who you are and why you.
And we have fucking video proof of you fucking posturing as well.
Oh, this is fucking
police
sexy.
officer with a fist. Yes.
Oh, Drusilla, get over here. One of these. Come over here. Yeah.
At this point, I will place you under arrest.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Looks like he's gonna be arresting.
He's gonna be a what? What did you just say? He's gonna be a what?
He's gonna be arresting.
Arresting?
He's gonna be arrested. Not arrested, but arrested. Jesus, these guys are such dumbasses. How did you think you were gonna win in this situation with all of that happening behind you? You're obviously at a fucking prison or a jail, and you have all of these officers around you. Did you idiots really think that you were gonna get away with this, you fucking dumbasses?
They're obviously there for a reason to do this shit.
No, once again, we already said this. They are going there to record a response, negative or positive, and or they're trying to get arrested most of the time so that they can pretend to take it to court because they think that they're going to get it dropped. And a lot of times they may get that dropped, but a lot of them are going to prison right now. We have like 5 others that are going to prison, and some may be going for a long time. Go ahead.
But also they always claim like, oh yeah, we won. No, it got dropped because they didn't want to spend the fucking time and money on your fucking nonsense.
Well, and when you take a plea deal, they always, because they don't usually get jail time doing a plea, they think they won by getting a plea. It's like, no, they still gave you fucking probation. You still have to pay thousands of dollars. You didn't win, you dumb cunt. You just don't have to go to jail for fucking, like what's going on with Chili right now, who's spending fucking another 100 days in jail and is probably going to be in there for the next 5 to 20 years because of some of the things that he's been doing behind the scenes, using cell phones to give out information, other things and stuff and things. And
Chili is a dumbass, though.
I don't know whose Dissim Accords that you heard about, but let us know. And I mean, you can join ours for sure. I'm not on there very much. We do a little bit of stuff on my Dissim Accords. But anyways, let's crack on with this for a second.
I think these people, though, are basically trying to, like, just waiting for the police to do something wrong so they can go, ha, fuck you, police.
They literally are trying to.
They're trying to play gotcha.
Yeah, they're golden.
No. What they're trying to do is they're hoping that somebody will mess up so that they can sue the county, the state, or some other district so that they can make money. But that's never going to happen because that's not how the fucking world works.
And also, like, I would say if you, like, if they would mess up and like the cops would mess up and like they show like they have a history of doing this and trying to trigger cops.
Yeah.
The cops probably getting away with it. With just a warning like, oh yeah, you fucked up, don't do that again.
No, it never works in their favor. They've never won money from any of these, and they actually don't ever sue anybody either. They will claim they're going to sue everybody and their mom. That's why I need your badge and number, your name, and blah, blah, blah. But that never happens because it never can go anywhere, because every time they go to a lawyer and they're trying to like, oh, I have a thing, that the lawyer goes, there's not a fucking case here, you know, I'm cunt. So anyways, let's crack on with this. I'm going to step away for 30 seconds. I need another burr, and I've got to take a piss like a fucking crack whore needs a crack rock. But anyways, I will be right back.
Just play.
Yeah, so I'm just gonna so I got that. I'll be right back, and then we'll get on to some other thingy-mabobbers in a second. Other than us just watching funny compilations of fraud.
He looks like the world's toughest man, doesn't he?
All right, go and put your hand behind your back for me.
I was just trying to go home.
I know. I told you were under arrest. You're going to be under arrest for obstruction. I wasn't kidding.
No, I was on the private property.
You're interfering with an investigation. But I told you that. You refused to go inside.
No, I did. I
had officers with a gun on your hip.
I was just trying to tell me.
Don't grab me. Don't grab me. Listen, you're not. First get your supervisor out here. You're not just going to grab me and throw me on the ground. You've already released her. You've already released her. This is 2015 Rodriguez versus United States. I'll walk right in front of your car. Let's go. Sure, come on. You just set the phone down. No. I'm a constitutional law scholar. You can't take away my phone. I'm now.
You're being detained.
Now
you're going to put hands on me. Over here.
Why are you grabbing me? Sure.
Over here.
Why are you grabbing me?
Yeah. Turn around.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Are your cameras on?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay, then
Put
don't
your
put
hands
me
behind your back.
No.
We're going in handcuffs.
Why?
Put your hands behind your back.
Can you please hold on?
Nice picture.
I haven't done anything wrong.
Put your hands behind your back. Don't make me. I am putting you in handcuffs.
But I'm not putting you behind that.
Facing the hood.
I'm
Turn around.
Chili, you're a fucking idiot.
Okay, all right. Who gets naked first? I don't know. Jasper, did you send monies? We'll do shots in a second. Oh crap, I didn't grab a beer. It's okay. Let me get us to the next part.
I think it was more about you grabbing a beer.
Okay. Okay, so this is what we're going to get into. How the state is asking employees to handle so-called First Amendment errors. So I'm going to full screen this. I'm going to play it. I'm going to take myself off for 10 seconds and we'll be right back. But here is a great example of going over what the frauding thing is.
They call themselves First Amendment auditors and citizen journalists. They're on social media and known for getting in people's faces. Well, now the state is instructing its 50,000 employees on how to respond to these types of verbal attacks. But we also wanted to hear from the people responsible for these so-called fraudits. So tonight, a popular social media star is opening up to 7 Action News reporter Jim Kirchner about what's at stake.
Oh, they're grabbing me. They're grabbing me. Am I being detained?
Hey, don't grab me, dude. Down here. I want to too.
You made contact with me. What's your name and badge number, officer?
Hey, do you want to tell me?
No worries, Jasper. Well, cheers anyways. Give me just a millisecond. Okay, here we go. Cheers, bro. Salutes, lunches, skull, all the above, and tap it on the ground to wake up the dead.
A burr.
Okay, there we go. A burr. So here we blow.
Your name? Because I'll be happy to help you out.
There you go, guys. The walk of shame.
Freedom News Now has been posting videos for several years. The person behind it, Justin McDermott.
There has never been a better time than now to do your First Amendment audit.
Can you tell me what you're doing? Anything? We had somebody calling about you being out here.
This video is from 2017. McDermott is outside the Warren Tank plant, a federal contractor. He's wearing a full face mask long before COVID, refusing to answer questions about who he is, why he's there, and if he has any weapons.
I mean, these people present themselves. I mean, officers are killed in the line of duty, trying to do exactly.
There's been a lot of people that have been killed in the line of duty from these idiots.
What officer reading those officers were doing.
Are they asking legitimate questions?
No.
Oftentimes they are legitimate questions, and I'm okay with questions from officers, and my auditing style has changed throughout the years.
There's absolutely no doubt that he was attempting to provoke the officers.
Stop, please.
Oh, they're grabbing me. They're grabbing me. Am I being detained?
The police commissioner says the plan can be to get even more.
File a lawsuit They're going to get a settlement from a city. They're possibly going to get the officer terminated.
Yeah.
The trend prompted this email to go out.
And that's what they were trying to do, even though it does not work and it hasn't worked for a long time. They're trying to get a settlement from getting the officer to do something they're not supposed to.
To 50,000 state employees, telling them how to uphold the general rights of the public while remaining vigilant for suspicious behavior. The email continues. The encounters often include behavior that's designed to provoke a reaction that could be viewed as a violation of First Amendment.
Exactly. That's what they're trying to do. They're literally trying to provoke a reaction so that they can get views, clicks, subscribers, monies, members, super chats, and all that shite. Is they're literally doing it to make money so they don't have to get a real motherfucking job.
Amendment rights. Do you believe that some behavior is deliberately provocative?
Next question.
The email continues.
Exactly. He knows exactly why they're doing it.
Yes, I do.
Yes.
The most important thing to do is to remain calm and pleasant.
Hey, do you want to tell me your name? Because I'll be happy to help you out.
In another video outside a prison in Adrian, McDermott is shooting video with 2 cameras when he's approached first by prison officials and says this.
They abuse their inmates every day. Most of them abuse their wives.
You don't know that when you're out there.
Yeah, they don't have any.
So literally, he is just going there to provoke and to stoke the fire and try to get a reaction out of these people. Because, again, he doesn't have any proof that they're mistreating those things, their inmates. If he did, he would have had evidence. He would have said something. And then he says, just like you abuse your wives. Are there a lot of police officers in the Americas that end up being abusers? Yes. And is there proof of that? Yes. But in this case, no, he's literally just going there to provoke them and stoke the fire to try to make a bonfire from the incident.
Are there a lot of Hispanic guys that get a woman pregnant and run out? Yes. Does that mean that all of them do? No.
Well, why?
Still, the majority is still.
There's a lot of
I wouldn't have 100% used that.
Like a stereotype, but you have that everywhere.
Yeah, exactly. That's
like
all over
if there
the world.
is
Well, that's
a certain group that is shit. That doesn't mean also are there racist cops? Yeah.
Let's skip past.
No.
I would like to say from the UK we have our amount of corrupt police officers and people that do that. But I would like to thank America for the worldwide spread of wokeism and all that other nonsense, cancel culture that they thought, and this. And I think once Trump is done, I think that sort of stuff will disappear. Oh, QAnon as well, the conspiracies. Although we've got our little bits. But
those aren't all connected. But let's
no, they're not. They're all separate, but they spread worldwide because it's America. It's the greatest country on the planet, of course.
Yeah, but wokeism is actually supposed to be. Wokeism is the African American culture in the Americas said we need to have more people understanding that we're being oppressed constantly. And that's where the beginning of that was. And then it turned into being causing oneness and equality through every culture around, and then transgenderism, LGBTQ and stuff. It's the right wing and the people that are against it that make it seem like it is this weird out there thing, when literally it's just not. As people don't just walk into every store and every place and go, you need to call me by my pronoun. It's literally not that fucking hardcore.
It's
people asking.
The greatest thing ever I've seen.
It literally is just people wanting equality in the Americas, and then through different cultures that the other side has made it to look like. Yeah, and yes, there are weirdos that do weird things and don't understand the things, and because they grew up in
extremes.
Of course, the anti-extremism, some of these idiots didn't understand the concept of doing certain things, and then now they're like, oh my god, people made me do this. No, you fell into the trend and you followed along, and it was your dumbass fucking fault that you fucking got blah 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 happened to you. Like you got tattooed all over your whole body because you fell into a trend. That's not our fault. Yeah. It's not the tattoo community's fault that your dumbass decided that you thought you were going to be cool, and then when you tattooed your fucking face, nobody wanted to associate with you, your family. You couldn't get a job. You have kids, and then your kids got taken away from you because you probably were a drug addict or an alcoholic. And then you're like, look, the government took away all my stuff. And you're like, no, it's because you're a dumb person, not because you got tattooed, you fucking idiot. So anyways, let's crack on more with...
Isn't anti anything revolving, well, social people, basically fascism, isn't it? It's just a form of fascism. It's, you know, you're against people who just want to be accepted.
Sure. And then one of my favorite things was all the anarchists that I grew up with on the beaches of San Diego. They were like, screw everything, blah, blah, blah. And as soon as like they get their shirt torn off or something, they're like, call the cops. And you're like, wait, I thought you're an anarchist, and now you want to get cops involved all of a sudden for some reason. You don't get, like...
Anarchy doesn't work in society these days. I don't think it does. Unless
no, anarchy can't work. You have to have some societal norms. You have to have some societal rules. You have to have some type of formation of a communal society. I'm not going to say government, but a communal society is what you need. And like you have an understanding of, if you're going to stay in this area, you can't rape, murder, steal, and blatantly lie, or you know, like you can't fucking fuck people over blatantly. Like that's like, you know, a societal norm, and that's the thing that happens with small communal organizations and or places like we're talking about communities, suburbia, towns, provinces, and states. Right, there's small versions of all of those, and you have to have a version of that.
Society is similar now, especially to us old farts. That we see, you know, society is like just like buying a new computer, and the second you buy it, it's obsolete because there's a new one better already being made or already made.
Yeah,
even if you bought the top one, and it's the same.
Sure,
and
sure.
People can't keep up nowadays, so it is going to cause racism. It is going to cause it for the older generation. They're going to say, "Well, how can we keep up with all this shit?" I do my best, but
if this doesn't look like a fucking, if this doesn't look like a demon, I don't know what else does.
Oh, and Drusilla, you do realize Americans don't know what you're talking about, right?
What?
They don't know what kg is.
It's kilograms.
I was yeah, kilograms. Yeah, totally. Okay, I get that for sure.
Anyways,
let's crack. I know what that is.
Crossing my fingers.
Wait, it's called the King's Grams, right? Isn't that what a kg is? King's Grams. I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. Don't worry about that. No worries. We understand. Anyways, let's crack on with this idiocracy.
They don't know any of that about myself either.
Get this. McDermott says this is the key to his First Amendment audits.
There's nothing to hide, then there should be nothing to fear.
At the end.
Yeah, but you don't need to get inside of the.
Why are you so fucking scared?
What will you say about our personal bubbles, right? And that's not woke, and like that literally is the thing. And yes, they will always claim, the fucking hardcore will say that your personal bubble isn't the thing. But no, literally, like you cannot walk up behind a cop while they're trying to arrest somebody and put your phone over their shoulder, you dumb cunt. Like literally, there is spatial awareness, and a cop and multiple, and when things are going on, you need to stay a certain distance away. Just like I said, with stringers, when I worked for the news and when we did things, we stayed outside of their area until they let us know that we could get closer, or we would say, hey, Who's your supervisor? Can we get an interview? Can I talk to somebody eventually at some point in time while I stood 50 feet away? We didn't run up behind them and go, tell me what's going on. Like we're not trying to be abrasive. Once again, you're not trying to be part of the story. You never make yourself part of the story. You only document the story, and then you use that to make a story from the information, the media, and the interviews, and talking to the people around there and seeing the stuff that you get. And that's how you make a news story. That's how you make a documentary. That's how you actually get information the proper way. Is there ways for you to, like, say, we're looking at the corruption in a certain bank, for you to go in and ask to talk to their PR person, go talk to some of the bankers, go take B-roll footage. And B-roll footage is like, you'll stand outside of the bank, and while nobody is there, or while there's like, if you have 10 or more people in a shot, literally that's legal, because you're not focusing in on one person. So like if you were doing a news story about a pier or a dock or something, or a walkway, you literally can take video of people walking past you, as long as you don't zoom into somebody's personal space and or their face or their body or anything, right? So I'll set up my camera, and then joggers or bicyclists will go by. They're going by so fast, or I'm not zoomed in on them with a wide angle lens, that you can't tell who those people are, right? You know what I'm saying? And so that's legal. But once you start zooming in on people and you start focusing on what's going on in a certain circumstance, then the legality changes.
The limit is at what is your subject.
Exactly, that and completely. So like let's say I'm doing a documentary about a freeway. I can set up my camera on a hill looking down on a freeway, and I can watch thousands of cars go by, as long as I'm not focusing in on their license plate. So once again, there's different legality to different reasons why you're doing different things, and B-roll is different than being involved in a situation or adding people in. And when we would take interviews, or we would take close-up video of certain humans, we would ask them to sign a release form, and we had release forms, and we also asked people yes or no if they would like their image to be used in blah. And if they said no, you would write down okay, this person, and then when you would go into the fucking editing studio,
that's like when you go on Google Earth, or Google Maps, and you go onto the street view. I was on there once, but my face was blurred out. But all car registrations are always blurred out.
People are always blurred out.
So, anyways, that's the legality of that these idiots don't understand. You need to be a certain far distance away. Once again, you're not making yourself part of the story. That's not what press does. And a journalist, they do not make themselves part of the story. One of the things that always fucked me up, but it barely ever happened, was being a journalist and part of the press. If somebody's dying in front of you, you technically can't do anything if you're running the story. So if you show up at an accident and the EMTs aren't there and there's somebody dying on the side, you technically aren't supposed to do anything. Did I help in a couple situations and turn off my camera and put it to the side? Yes, but you're technically, as press and a journalist, you're not supposed to help. So that's the difference. You don't make yourself part of the story. It's the story happens in front of you, and you're supposed to document that to the best of your ability and then show it.
These people don't see that. They read.
No, of course they don't. No, they're literally doing it to make money and or to get famous. And that's the problem, is they're trying to get famous. And that's the major part, is when you work as a journalist, and like if you work for TMZ and you can get a fucking VAD shot of fucking Christina Aguilera, that's $20,000.
Well, yeah.
Damn. So these idiots these idiots are so stupid. Instead of like actually going out and like finding like real news sources and or real journalistic stories, they're going out and fucking barely making $100, and then their dumbasses are getting arrested, going to jail, having to go to court, and have their fucking like GoFundMe and blah blah blah. You guys are taking it the wrong way, you dumb cunts. You literally could be a stringer.
Yeah, but
You know how to
I
listen.
think they actually, a lot of them actually think that what they're doing is that they're doing good.
No, they're trying to get famous. That's the problem. Is they're literally fucking famous chasing horse. They're trying to get famous. That's their problem. You don't need to be involved in all this stuff. All of this fucking news stories that I did, my name was like not even attached to it. But it was fucking fun to turn on fucking Fox News and see your 6-minute news packet that went on that you fucking built and that they paid you $10,000 for. But I'd rather get paid $10,000 than deal with the fucking dumbass bullshit these cunt whistles ass fucking do, because they're fucking so stupid.
Yeah, but these people now are looking at, you know, you're talking about a paper written 300 years ago. It's never been progressive at all. You're talking about I'm talking about the Constitution. And from an outsider looking in, you know, 1, 2, and 3 needs to be amended seriously. And now Trump is fucking loose in the world. 14 needs to be amended seriously.
No, the thing is,
you update tiny laws and you amend tiny bits in it, but the right to bear arms, freedom of speech, and things like that, they seriously need to be addressed in America. They really do. Because these people now, it's so old. It's like looking at the Bible. These people make up their own interpretations of verses and phrases and what it is of the Bible. And that's just created total nonsense. And that's what the Constitution is becoming now. It's just becoming people making up their own amendments.
It's only the Second Amendment that has gone that far that there's not enough policies, laws in place to not have the things that we're having happening in the Americas. Every other thing,
trigger happy cops because of the Second Amendment. You'll always have trigger happy cops in case the right to bear arms. Cops
are made to make sure they don't die before you. Like they don't put you in place of them first. So that's why they'll shoot first.
I think putting more rules on gun ownership will make the police violence go down.
I did like the Family Guy or American Dad, where he had a plaque with 2 bear arms on it, and he said, "I want that in the Constitution. I want."
It's the right to bear arms. But anyways, the major problem that we're having with the police force right now is they're being taught to shoot first and ask questions later, and that is in their training.
Why is that?
Well, because
basically they have to think like everybody's carrying a gun. That's what they gotta think, because otherwise, if they don't, and like over here, that's not the case. Nobody's carrying a gun unless they've got a license, and even then, you're not allowed to just carry it out in the street.
Yeah, well, that's not going to ever fucking change in the Americas for like a hot second because of the fucking dumbass. But anyways, the other thing is that we're having a problem with in the Americas is a lot of the police organizations are run by fucking gangs. So if you're not a part of the gang, they don't give a flying fuck about killing you. And so that's the other weird thing we're having now. A lot of these are
we have that problem.
Hold on.
Go on.
Hold on. And a lot of these are a bunch of white Nazi fucking gangs. And so they're just going out, they're just trying to kill people that are not in their organization. And that's as far as I'm going to say that, because like I think y'all get what I'm getting at about that.
Yeah, we have that problem here. But when it comes close for that Second Amendment to be shut down and revised, as it should be, it needs to be, really. You're Lauren Boebert, all them Republicans that are in the NRA, they post their Christmas cards with their children, like 10-year-old children carrying.
I know, holding AKs. I know. But the NRA pays gazillions and a half dollars to like all of those idiots so that they can keep a thing. I thought they were going to be dissolved by now because of all of the fucking corruption that they found, but I guess they're still holding on, and like there's a lot of billionaires that are fucking throwing money at them still, so somehow there's still a fucking thing. But anyways, let's crack on with this. So here is they say that he's a security officer, but I believe he is a sheriff or he is higher up than this. And this is what happens, and this is what should happen, honestly, I think, to some of these frauders.
Louis. I've been in there. Louis.
We don't really need to hear some of this, and I wish there wasn't kids in this thing, but I don't have
Yeah,
I didn't block them out.
Smokes, guys, check this one out. This one comes.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're just gonna show where they've already tried to go to this courthouse multiple times, and this person knows who they are, and then they tried to go in it multiple times, and then this is what happened.
You're here again?
Louis.
Yeah, you're here again.
I don't care, dude. No. And I've been in there. Louis. Oh, shit. Oh, hey, help! Hey, grabbed her.
Yeah, because she tried to go into a place they've already been told not to go into multiple times. Like he just said.
Help!
This is not the first time he's had to deal with her.
Help me! Let go of my stuff.
Get him. He can't do that.
Get off my stuff.
Him.
Get off my stuff.
Dude.
Get off my stuff. Get off my stuff. What the heck? He's grabbing all
And I'm not gonna. I'm just keep
my
going.
stuff. Get off my stuff, motherfucker. What the fuck is up with him? What is up?
He said you've been told multiple times to not come into here, and you're trying to come in there.
Up with him. Get back. I will defend myself.
That's what she said as well. Oh,
you surely have trespass laws over there, don't you?
Yes, and that's what the thing is.
The problem with being trespassed from a courthouse, and you still go there. Like, what you got to do? Show up at court and trespass again?
Yeah, but
they won't use. But yes,
that is for filming in a court. Then maybe yes.
This was the third time they were told to like not show up here anymore.
Yeah, no, I know.
But anyways.
Grab me, motherfucker! Get off me! I will defend myself. No, sir, please, sir. You get him off me.
So I believe he's the sheriff, or he is something other than a security guard, which I said earlier.
Sir, you get him off me.
Yeah, I think
I'm existing in a public place with a camera, working on a story. I'm a journalist. He's flipping out.
He's due for retirement. He's been assigned to watch a court.
Desk duty.
And trying to arrest me.
Where's our
He just threw his handcuffs at the wall. Watch again.
And
hey, what's going on?
I was literally recording on the street, and I was literally
is he the same supervisor that falls under y'all?
Because he's threatening my friend.
Why are they
Because you were
both
told-
talking to them at the same time?
you
She's
literally
asking one person something, and they're both yapping.
yeah,
Why can't
you
they
literally
just
were
fucking
told.
wait their fucking turn?
Well, but anyways, they've been told multiple times to not be there, and that literally is like the whole thing is of them about.
Yeah, no, but like the lady asked one of them, "What's going on?" And the guy filming this,
Of course.
is yapping straight through that. Like,
Of course.
why? How
so
fucking
anyways.
stupid are you? Even I am
Exactly.
not that stupid.
Anyways, so that's pretty much this. I have more footage to go over, but I spent most of the day in a storage unit in Mousetrap, moving things, and so I'm a little exhausted. I haven't eaten. So we're gonna end it here for this
Why
one.
did you not eat the mouse crap?
because then I'm gonna get more diseases that I don't fucking need.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's not healthy, Doggo. We're
I
not
don't
old
know.
dogs.
He's eating scorpions. He's about to eat fucking Rocky
yeah,
Mountain
the mouse,
oysters and all that shit.
yeah, but the mouse poop here has diseases that kill you.
Mice everywhere, poop and piss. Oh my god.
I know
So
rats.
anyways.
They carry Wild's disease.
Yeah, well, the field mice here carry a bunch of diseases. And
Probably
so
carry
anyways,
AKs now in America.
sure, and that's what's killing me.
AR.
Anyways, we'll do this one more time. I mainly got through what I wanted to talk about, which is the idiocracy of these idiots not understanding the law and what the difference between.
It was good.
And at least we got to see Chili get arrested.
Yes.
So sexy.
And like I was saying, we hopefully went over the whole difference between the Constitution, the amendments, what they're trying to claim, and how to become press or not, or what's the difference between just an idiot with a fucking phone recording and running up on people comparatively to what I actually.
And I think these days becoming press is easier.
Can I just ask?
Anybody can be pressed, but you've got to uphold to some rules and just.
So go ahead, right quick, dog, and then let me reiterate a handful.
Almighty, my namesake, says this one is hilarious. Yet we haven't seen the end of it. What's the funny part?
Them being idiots. Literally, there's nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing more to them. Literally. Her getting her hair pulled and this dude fucking just doing what they should be doing to these
I believe it was a long-haired dude, but
she's the chick, but she sounds like a dude. It's literally a female. I was confused for a hot second. Anyways, what I wanted to go over.
Demons, right? To the mice.
Well, hold on. What I wanted to get over was going through the press, how to become one, what is real press, what is not, the laws, and different privacy versions of different companies, organizations, and even if you're being given money by a government does not mean every place is public. Just like I said earlier, you cannot walk into a courthouse that's government funded and go into the judge's chambers and pull out your fucking camera and just start recording a fucking judge. Just like what happened on January 6th. These motherfuckers are they were just peaceful protesting. No, there were barriers set up. You broke through barriers. You broke into the fucking place to get in there.
Didn't the cop get killed? So fucking peaceful.
5 cops got killed that day, and 12 other
so fucking peaceful
eventually. And what's her name, Bobbitt or whatever her fucking name was shot as well and killed. And multiple other things were hurt. They shit in fucking different places. They stole things. Once again, just because something is public and or a government building does not mean that you can go into every single place in there, you dumb cunt. So all of the things that these idiots did for January 6th and
I know how we can fix this problem. If they think they can go into any public building, let's riot them up and have them go to the Pentagon.
Yeah, these are all YouTubers, TikTokers.
That'll clean up.
And crap.
No, but hold on.
Not a public building.
Hold on. So literally, all you have to do is flip it around to those cunts and be like, so what you're saying is every fucking building is public and everything is. So what I can do is I can walk into your fucking house. I can drink all your alcohol, do whatever. I can fuck your wife and it's legal. No, it's not, you dumb cunt. There are fucking private places inside of fucking society. And it's exactly like if you go into the post office, you can't just walk into the back and just start picking.
That's what they're saying. That's what they're saying. Oh, I'm paying for this building. No, you dumb cunt. Yes, for that whole building, you may have paid 1 fucking cent.
And not just that, but you can't just walk up to a police car, open up the door, jump inside, and just start video recording all of their fucking equipment or their information. There is privacy in public in certain cases. We're talking about different fucking organizations.
And also,
Uh,
what if somebody would go to the post office and look through everything, find their mail, read their mail, and like, oh yeah, no, that's all public because it's in a government building. They'd be pissed off.
Yeah, of course, and especially if we were to do that in their living space, and of course those cunt whistles are like, well, I got my Second Amendment, I got my AK-47. Yeah, well, what if I snuck in the fucking back door and I fucking took you out, knocked you out, then fucked your wife, and then took photos of fucking all your kids sleeping in bed? Is that okay because you have a public house? No, motherfucker. Of course you're not going to be fucking for that. So you idiots don't understand the concept of public, privacy public, half public, real public, and certain public areas and private areas. You cannot go to DC, walk into the fucking Senate, and just fucking sit in the middle of the Senate floor and just go, yeah, keep talking. Yeah, no, they don't let you do that, you dumb cunt. You have to be in a certain area. You have to get fucking certain fucking pass to be part of the fucking press, and you have to have your background looked into, and then blah blah blah. Like, you literally can't walk into every place. You can't go into a restaurant and go into the kitchen and just go, you're making it wrong. No, that is a private area that is in a public fucking.
I would say privacy is a basic human right. If to have your own space, have your own bit. If this girl who got arrested here, if I broke in, or if I walked into her house and say, Wallet, well, I'm allowed to be here because this is a public. Well, no,
it's public.
She would kick off. And
then
even if I would
call the cops.
Your house is your
say,
private.
all right, your house is not available. I won't stand in there. I'm going to stand on your front lawn.
Wait, hold on. Let
trespassing and privacy
Hold on,
is a basic human right.
Hold on, let me pull this into the fucking bullshit of the zeitgeist. So say that you live in public housing. Say that you live in low income, or you're having assisted housing. Oh, the government now is part of that intertwining thing, just like you say about the courts and the police station and other things. So if you live in low income housing, I can literally just like open up your door and just go sit down and start fucking watching you. No, again, there is privacy.
You have a lock.
Renting.
You have a key to a lock that locks that place up. That is basically your private space, and
that's exactly and that's exactly
right.
Hold on, and that's exactly what happens with the post office and or prisons, jails, and or other places that these plot whistles try to go into. They pay their own rent, or it is paid for. It is a private facility, or it's a facility that has its own entity, and that makes it so that And do you think that like the police would actually, without stopping this, let fucking crackheads just drive into the police station, go up right next to the fucking a place that you're intaking all the prisoners, and just do anything you want? Fuck no, dumbasses. They made these laws and they tightened them up so that you can't.
It's even more extreme, like, because if you're renting, like, the property is technically owned by your landlord, but your landlord is not just allowed to go into your house.
Exactly. It's a public privacy, or it is a half and half to some extent.
You have to make an appointment or come into something.
Sure.
Yeah.
And just like low income housing and a handful of other government assisted buildings.
Most people will allow it, but like if you're not there, they're not just allowed to go into into the house.
Yeah, exactly. There's still
even though
the laws in between.
Like,
yeah, totally. Yeah. So, anyways, all right.
There
folks,
are worldwide laws that protect people's privacy, even though we're in the
and dog. I think America is the worst. UK is a bit better with that, with renting. Over here, if you're renting, you're protected as fuck.
So once again, that's what we're getting at is there are public buildings that you can go inside of, but like say they're a drug rehabilitation place,
Excuse me.
you can't just go back to where all the drug addicts are and go, what are you on? What are you getting? You know, like there's literally like private places inside a building, just like what I fucking am gonna keep reiterating over and over again, just because I can't believe we're still fucking talking about this. January 6th, they literally put up blockades to not get 100 feet away from the fucking Capitol or the Senate. Then motherfuckers broke down those barriers, got to there. Then they closed all the doors, and then motherfuckers went inside. Like, how many times do they have to how many times do they have to tell you you're in a private area for you idiots to not understand, you dumb cunts?
Well,
and a lot of them had weapons.
It's not a private. It's not. The Capitol isn't a private area. It's a public.
No,
area. It
but
was closed off to the public at that time.
Yes, because there was something going on. So once again, when
And
the
then
government,
what was her name? Ashley Babbitt. She got
Yes,
shot and killed
yes.
in there because she broke the
yes,
window.
because she tried to get through
it.
the.
She got warned like 10 times. Do not come through that window. You will be shot. And
Yeah, and the FBI
died.
had to shoot
Well,
her.
they shot her
Unfortunately,
and killed her. And
but once
rightly so.
again, that was not an open door. That was not a public area she was trying to get into. It was a government closed off private area.
Like
And when
you
it's
said
like
earlier,
government, and when it's
public
government,
building has private areas that you can't.
well, and when it's a federal closed off area, that's completely different as well. Federal is like, you definitely do not want to go onto that because it's fucking definitely the most illegal. Just like going to Area 51, you can't fucking go to Area 51. It's
No.
federal
That's military.
land.
That's a different sort of privacy. That's
Well, no. It's almost
like
the
the White
same.
House. The White House, where you are, Buckingham Palace. They have their tours, but there are places like the West Wing and certain offices that are totally off limits. Same as Buckingham Palace is the residences and part like that where the now the king lives.
But once they make it a federal, not land for you to go on, then we're going over almost the same type of a law over here in the Americas.
Yeah, but
You're right. You're right. But again, they made it so there was no publics, no civilians to go in there during that.
If you put
time.
a building for the people off limits, that's just gone backwards. It really is.
Yeah, and that's not what the Senate is, and that's not where they were looking over the transfer of peaceful power from one president to the next. That is not one of those buildings.
That's why your constitution needs seriously looking at and it's changed. I'm not saying
it needs to not be for the rich people. The rich people are the ones that fucking run the world, and it's not just the Jews. There's not just like one family. It's like 13 families around the world that are Arabic, that are different types of things and their ideals and religions around the world that are running the world, not just one organization. And it's not the Illuminati or any of that. There's like literally just
I think the KKK has more influence.
Sure, and well, there's those organizations are not real anymore. It's more like the Koch brothers and the Scientology and things like that are actually the influencers.
They're not in view anymore. Those
there's not
those kind of groups.
There's not No, there's not Illuminati, and there's not. It's families.
I'm talking about the 3-letter ones, the same one, you know.
God, sure. But anyways, once again, it's like it's the families that are the gazillionaires that are running the fucking world, and that's why we have Lauren Barber, we have Trump, we have MTG, Major Green Twat, and the reason we have a handful of other people.
That gnome.
Yeah,
It'll be out
The-
of politics November.
The lady that shot her 12-month-old dog or whatever and killed the goat and killed 3 horses because she's got to stand up for. But no, you literally just killed things because you're a fucking cunt.
Yeah.
But anyways, let's crack on.
Psycho.
Yeah, gnome. But anyways, thank you all very much for being here. That's pretty much all we needed. Like, I just wanted to go over like the legality that I knew of personally because I've actually been a part of the press and worked in news organizations and done things where like we actually had to get credentials and you went and talked to people. You called up a news organization, you called up the place that you were going to do a story on and ask to talk to their PR person first, and then you would get a pass, and then you would have the thingy, and you would go and you would only talk to certain people, and everybody knew who you were, and blah blah blah. You weren't just like, I'm working on a news story that I'm not talking about. That's like not how the world works. You don't fucking do that. Yes, can you be working on a news story for a documentary where you don't exactly let them know what's going on? Fuck yeah, totally. But you still will talk.
When you were in the as a journalist, did you wear like a trilby hat with a card that said press in it?
No, totally.
Did you say things like, "I'm talking to you"? See.
Gosh darn it! What is? No, I'm just kidding. No, we definitely did not do Dick Tracy times for
I got
sure.
a quick question because somebody's confusing me. What's a brainless slim dog?
Oh, his comment probably isn't working on his computer.
I know, and yes, haha, funny. Anyways, so once again,
Thank you, Jasper.
like, I wanted to go over all of the logistics law and stuff that I personally knew about. And yes, did I steal some of the information that I got from like Frauditor Troll and a couple other people? Yeah, totally. Mike the law, whatever. But
that's what me and Brainless were talking about just before the stream. We were talking about, because fraud is obviously just, it's a wrongful, intention of, financial or personal gain. That's what it is. Or
yes,
just to deceive others into, but it's always personal. That's why you do fraud. It'll always whether it be financial or personal gain. I could say, I want to start this job because I've got a BA in business and maths and shit.
Sure.
Even though you haven't, that's it's fraudulent comments because you're lying.
Totally.
Fraud is basically lies. But and that's what we got. But that's why we got what is a fraud? They audited it, and that's when we got on to maybe the punishments are different worldwide. In different countries, maybe it can only be punishment because fraud is fraud worldwide. If you're deceiving someone, people know it. It doesn't matter how if you're deceiving either government or the law or whatever, or your best friend, lying to your best friend, I'm sleeping with your missus, this and crap. It's just a punishment that I could only see would be different because fraud is fraud.
Yeah.
Sure. But again, it's a bunch of these idiots that don't want to get a real job that are fucking losers in life and they want to give importance to stuff. First person syndrome and shit like that. And they think that they're going to become famous by doing these. And obviously you are not. And just like look at Chili. He's spending the next 5 years most likely in jail.
Oh,
and because he's
semi-famous.
And because he's a loser, he's going to spend
money. Is he? He's not making his money. That's gonna.
No, he's actually making stupid amounts of money. Let's not talk about that, anyways. Right. But he's spending time in personal confinement because he's such of a bitch. He doesn't want to be in GP, general population, because he's a fucking scared little fucking cunt. But anyways, he's made like $20,000 since he's been in jail, pretty much. What he spent it on, I don't know. But then the fucking fake lawyer that says he's not taking any money off of Chili is making $1 zillion in all of his new subscribers and memberships and all the other things, and people are like paying him for a GoFundMe or something. And anyways, we'll crack on with that later. I just wanted to go over this because I knew so much about what it is like to actually be a part of the press and what it is to go and do interviews and actually make journalistic freaking documentaries and stuff like that. Because I've done that over and over again. There was a Olympian ice skater that got into a car accident and she turned into a heroin junkie. And we literally did a documentary about her and her transgression through becoming a heroin addict and an opiate addict, and her trying to get out of that. That turned into a 2-hour documentary. Do I know where that's at anymore? I don't know. It was like in 2004 or something. And so that was before the interwebs was really like that prevalent. So I have no idea where it is. And I worked for a company and all I did was like take video and set up the audio for it and stuff. But anyways, like I know what it was like. And that's why I wanted to do this, is because I have been in the industry for most of my life. So anyways, thank you all very much.
Were you arrested for your were you ever arrested for your journalism, let's say?
No, of course not. Because I talked to the cops. We went and talked to the people that were involved. We went and made sure that everybody knew who we were. The closest thing that I got to anything happening is we were doing a documentary about the murals down at Chicano Park that were put there from the Farmers' Revolution in the 1950s, and they built freeways over this park to try to get rid of it. But all of these artists came in and they made all these murals of the Farmers' Revolution then.
Right.
As I was there trying to document it, I had a whole gang of huge dudes come up to me and they were like, "What the fuck are you doing here, white boy?" and blah blah blah. And I just went like, "I'm here to document what's going on. I'm here for you. Like, I'm not against you." And I did, while I was saying that, walk to my boss, and my boss was like, no, like, this is what we're doing, here's who we're interviewing, blah blah blah. And then they were like, "Yeah, fuck yeah," and they kept giving us beer and like handing us joints and shit. And like, it was so funny that like I almost got murdered. And then
you know the thing is, like, you said like, "Oh yeah, we're not against you," or like you basically said we're with you.
Yeah,
the press over here is not allowed to do that.
We're just documenting.
Well, I was trying to not die. I was trying to not die. Like literally,
I know,
like,
but like, or maybe in that situation they can say it. Like, when we're listening to the radio and like something weird is on the radio and like the DJ asks the person that read out the news like, "Damn, that's weird, right?" And then they got to say, "Yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything about that personally."
well, the
That
thing
is
was
so
like,
much different than America, where it's all personal opinion.
And NBC and things like that. They, because journalism is meant to be a bipartisan trade. You know, you just document what's going on, but it's so corrupt now that people just.
The other thing is I didn't record me and them saying that. That's the other thing. That was not part of the fucking news story. Is me being like, no,
I know.
We're here just to document the festivities that are going on. I am not here to be anti what is going on. I'm here to document.
Yeah, you gotta be bipartisan. You just got to document it, and that's cool.
Yeah, that's what I said. I had to say,
seeing a documentary with
when you
and smoking joints with the antagonist or the protagonist would have been cool.
And when you have 5 dudes that pull out a knife and hold on, and when you have 5 dudes that pull out a knife and stick into your side, and you have 2 guns pointing at your head, what are you gonna do?
You say anything?
Shit, I'm here just to document it, and we're not against you. And like, man, bro, we're on your fucking side, and we're pro you, and we're trying to.
I'll be there with my cameras, and I would put a documentary that says when journalism goes bad.
Well, that would be nowadays. You couldn't do that in the early 2000s because there was not a way to put that out into things and stuff until YouTube became a thing in 2014 or whatever, the 12 or something like that. But that's way longer than that.
What was the park's name? You said?
So the Chicano Park in San Diego is where the Farmers Revolution happened in the 1950s. And then it went up to LA, or for 2 weeks straight or something, there was a Farmers Revolution in Southern California, because they were trying to do like the yeeting of illegals, but that's the only people that was working the farms was Mexican illegals, just like what's happening in Florida and Texas right now. Even though they're like in Florida, no illegals, don't leave, we need you, but no, don't do anything wrong, because then we can't have an so. But no, literally Chicano Park.
Don't send me to a trumpet and camp.
Yeah. So, anyways, all right, folks. Thank you very much. It has been 2 hours. I'm exhausted. I need to eat fucking food.
Yeah.
Quickly, what you could do if you were just drop your T's, drop your D's, be your British accent, and just say, I'm doing a documentary for the BBC. They would love you, no matter what side you were on. They would love
Exactly.
So, anyways, I'm Richard Attenborough's son.
I just gotta talk more like this, and then I'll be able to get in wherever they want, right? If you know, I say, I mean, hey, I'm here for the news organization from the Britons, and I'd like to interview you. Anyways, I'm sorry. That's probably fucking rubbish. But anyways, let's crack on.
You got that right.
Yeah, exactly. I know all the phrases. Dog, you forget that we've been streaming with Pip, Brainless, farmers, and a handful of other people for years. So I literally have been
alongside you for at least 10 years. So don't...
I know. But you forget that we've been streaming with a bunch of Britons for a hot minute. So I'm getting closer and closer to getting it down.
Actually speaking English.
Exactly, real English.
Actually, proper English.
The King's
English. Proper. Yes, well, the King's English is a lot different, because when I went to Germany and the kids were speaking King's English, it was weird shit that I've never heard before, and I've never heard it since. So it's not the King's English anymore.
King's English, the King will pronounce his T's and D's, unfortunately, but you're sort of going for a Cockney, Northern, all-round sort of slang.
Yeah.
It's your own language, totally. Basically, you are inventing your own language.
Okay. Guys, we've been trying to stop the stream for like half an hour.
So everybody, thank you very much, and we're gonna get the fuck out of here. We'll see you all later. If Pip does something tomorrow, cool. If not, I don't know. I may be trying to get out a little bit more to go do things, because like I hate being single, and it really sucks. Like, so I may be going and doing more events in the near future. So the weekends may not be me around anymore for a hot second, especially once we get into June and July. I should be camping, nude hippie camping with a handful of friends the end of June, and my birthday is July 2nd. And since we're not all meeting up.
When will you be documenting that?
Well, we can't really, because we're out in the middle of the woods where there's no cell towers and no.
But you
so
can
it's just
still
going to be
document it and then upload it later.
Yeah, maybe, but I'm buying a bunch of mushroom capsules for us to take up there. So we're just going to be shrooming naked for who knows how long.
Yeah,
I may be gone for a week or two
with all kinds of special sauce.
And that's what I'm hoping with one of the people we're going with. But anyways, we'll talk about that later if it does happen. So anyways, thank you all very much. We'll see you all later. Everybody say bye, and we'll get the fuck out of here. So everybody say bye.
Bye. Thank you.